Have you ever heard a laugh so warm it could wake the earth? High in the misty valleys of Kashmir, where rivers hum soft songs and saffron blooms glow like sunrise, there lived a boy named Gul Noor. He was small and he wore simple sandals, but inside him was something rare. A gentle heart that warmed people like sunlight. Wherever Gul laughed, truly laughed, tiny flowers pushed through the snow as if spring followed quietly behind him. But beyond his village lay a kingdom wrapped in a long aching winter. Food was scarce. Market voices were low. The people moved slowly, like a town holding its breath. And the reason for that winter lived at the heart of the palace.
Play.
King Zarun, once a ruler full of laughter, had closed himself away after his son fell terribly ill. His heart had grown guarded, and the kingdom chilled with it. One cold morning, travelers brought word to the palace. A boy whose kindness could warm the coldest places. "Summon him," the king said. "Bring Gul Noor before me." Gul arrived with shy steps and bright eyes. He bowed not in fear, but with a steady humility. King Zarun looked at him, not as a test, but as a question. 3 wishes, the king offered, 1 for each sunrise. Use them wisely, boy. Wishing reveals who we truly are. The first sun rose over the palace when Gul stood before the throne. "My wish," Gul said softly, "is for my village. Their well has dried. Children walk miles for water. I wish the well would flow again." The court expected greed. Instead, the king saw kindness, simple and true. Across the valley, where the well had been cracked and silent, water began to sing. The stream that had been stuck under thin ice found a path. Small hands reached out. Mothers sighed. The villagers' hum grew louder. King Zarun watched, and in his chest something unthawed. "You remind me," he whispered, "of who I once was." On the second sunrise, the palace felt lighter, as though the first wish had opened a small crack of spring through the frost. But the king's deepest winter remained. His son still slept, pale and quiet, in a chamber of gentle lamps. The king met Gul with a plea. "Heal my boy." Gul paused. This wish carried more than a want. It carried a father's whole world. Gul stepped closer and spoke with unusual boldness. "Majesty," he said softly, "your love for your son is true, but your heart has shut out the people who love you back. If your heart opens, really opens, then your son will feel that love again. I wish for your heart to heal, so you can return to your people." There was a long silence. The court held its breath. The king's face moved as if hearing a forgotten language, one of laughter, market songs, and shared bread. A gentle warmth wrapped the palace. It did not erase sorrow like a wave, but it gave the king courage to step outside his walls. He visited a market stall. He sat by a mother's hearth. He listened, and his son stirred. A color returned to the prince's cheeks, not all at once, but enough for the king to feel hope rise like slow daylight. "Walk with me," Zaroon said, voice small but steady. "Help me find my people again." So they did, without trumpets, without guards. The king and the boy moved through villages together, mending fences, sharing bread, and listening with open ears. With each small kindness, snow softened. With each smile, new sprouts reached for air. The people began to believe again that their ruler was one of them. On the third day, they reached a border village and found a gathering. King Rahim, Zaroon's longtime rival, stood across the square with supplies for the poor. Tension tightened the air. Soldiers shifted. Villagers looked down. Old grudges flickered like thin smoke. Gul stepped forward. He laughed, not loudly, but with a clear, small sound. And even that laugh sent tiny blossoms across the dusty path between the two kings. King Rahim's jaw loosened. "Our people suffer while we keep our pride," he said lowly. "Why do we continue to harm them?" Zaroon looked at Rahim, then at Gul, then at the villagers who had gathered with tired faces and hopeful eyes. A memory of his own boy flashed across his face. A small hand, a laugh once shared. Zaroon extended his hand, then Rahim took it. Gul placed his small palm over theirs. Together they spoke the final wish. "Let peace guide our lands. Let kindness rule our hearts." A warmth, like a promise, rose from the earth. It did not force change, but it opened doors. Old resentments softened. Trade routes reopened. Neighbors exchanged bread instead of blades. Children who had learned to quiet themselves during winter now ran through the square laughing. The border became a place of festival rather than fear. "You have given me more than 3 wishes," Zaroon told Gul, voice thick with gratitude. "You gave me my kingdom back." Gul smiled modestly. "It wasn't magic, Your Majesty. It was kindness." Gul returned to his village, not a prince, not a courtier, but a boy who kept doing small good things. King Zaroon ruled with renewed compassion. King Rahim became a partner in fairs and grain sharing. The two kingdoms, once cold and distant, warmed like sunlit earth. And so, dear listener, the valley of Kashmir bloomed again, because one small boy believed goodness could change even the coldest days. Remember, when a king and a child walk together in kindness, even winter learns to bloom. This has been a story from Stories Catcher, where every tale shines a light and every small act of kindness glows like spring.